Tonight, a search for the killer of a woman found dead in a car on the Cross County Parkway in Westchester County.
Yeah, police say 33-year-old Ariela Polanco had been shot several times. Her body was discovered Sunday morning. She was a nightlife influencer with 500,000 followers. Police say 33-year-old Ariela Polanco had been shot several times. Her body was discovered Sunday morning. She was a nightlife influencer with 500,000 followers.
And tonight, those followers are hoping investigators are successful in their efforts to figure out who killed her and why.
Was this a planned murder, or did something even worse happen? Because on August 17th, 2025, on a Sunday morning, something terrible happened on a highway in New York. A black Mercedes SUV sits stopped on the side of the road. Bullet holes are all over the car. Broken glass is everywhere on the street. The car's emergency lights are still blinking. Inside the car, police found Ariela Polanco. She was 33 years old. She was a famous Instagram star with over 500,000 followers. She was also a mom of 2 kids. She was dead, sitting behind the wheel of her car. This wasn't an accident. Someone killed her on purpose. Just hours before, Ariela was smiling into her phone camera. She was dancing at a club called Icon New York. She was posting videos for her 550,000 Instagram followers. Have you ever thought about what happens when the life you show online becomes dangerous? What if the nice car, clothes, and lifestyle you post about helps bad people find you? Because at 8 o'clock in the morning, she was gone. Police said right away that someone targeted her. This wasn't random. Someone wanted to hurt her specifically. But why? Was it because she was getting too famous? Or was it connected to something bad that happened years ago? Something that put dangerous people in jail? Welcome to True Crime Tales HQ. If you're new here, we dive deep into cases that matter, examining not just what happened, but why it happened and how we can prevent it from happening again. Before we continue, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest investigations. Most importantly, share this video. These stories save lives when the right person sees them at the right time. This story takes us to New York City. Ariela Polanco was 33 years old. She came from a country called the Dominican Republic. She had big dreams, bigger than the tall buildings in New York. She worked her way up in New York's party scene. First, she made drinks at a club called Icon New York. Then she became a hostess at another club called Opus Lounge. Everyone loved her because she was fun and made people happy. Her co-workers said she was like a bright star that made everything better when she walked in. This same happy energy worked great on social media. She threw a big birthday party at Opus Lounge in May. Lots of important people came to her party. In 2018, she started her Instagram account. She posted videos of her dancing, her nice clothes, and the fancy parties she went to. People loved watching her posts. By 2025, over 550,000 people followed her on Instagram. She also had 115,000 people following her on TikTok. They loved watching her dance and seeing her fancy lifestyle. The expensive SUV she drove, the same car where she died, was in many of her posts. She was proud of how successful she had become and wasn't afraid to show it. But the most important thing to Ariela was her children, a daughter and a son. While her Instagram showed fancy parties, her close friends knew she was a loving mom. She was planning her daughter's 15th birthday party, which is very important in her culture. She did everything for her kids, said Jacilia Rodriguez, a friend who came to remember Ariela after she died. Most people who followed her online didn't see this mom's side of her life. There was a big difference between what she showed online and her real life at home. Her co-workers at Icon New York saw how kind she really was. The club posted about her after she died. Your happiness and the way you treated everyone with so much care always made you special. Her apartment was where she edited her videos, planned her outfits, and most importantly, took care of her family. The morning she died, she had notes about her daughter's birthday party on her kitchen counter. Friends said Ariela was smart and humble even though she was becoming very famous. She stayed close to people who knew her before she became famous. Another club called Starlets of New York said this about her. She was one of a kind, a beautiful friend, loving mother, and daughter whose smile lit up every room. Ariela had to balance being ambitious with being real. She lived in different worlds, her public life online and her private life with her family. But there was a third world that Ariela was part of. This was a world of famous but dangerous people in New York's music scene. Her fame was growing, and she became friends with a man known for his hit songs and his criminal past. This man was Daniel Hernandez, known to everyone as Tekashi 6ix9ine. When she died, he posted sad messages about her on social media. This showed everyone that they were close friends. He even called her his wife in one post. But was their friendship just normal celebrity friendship? Or was it something more dangerous? A connection to a past so scary that it followed Ariela to her last day? Ariela's friendship with the controversial rapper Daniel Tekashi 6ix9ine Hernandez was mostly private until she died. People first saw them together when she was in his 2023 music video called WAPI. This made her famous beyond just the Dominican and Latino people who first followed her. But how close they really were only came out when he was very sad about her death. Hours after the news that she was murdered, 6ix9ine's Instagram was full of sad posts. He posted photos and videos of them together. He called her the most beautiful heart and the Queen of New York. In Spanish, he called her Mi Mujer, which means my woman. This showed they were closer than most people knew. This public sadness proved what people in the music business had been saying quietly. Ariela knew important hip-hop artists because of her work at fancy clubs. Her social connections went far beyond her own 500,000 followers. Other celebrities also posted sad messages. Cardi B, another New York rapper with Dominican roots, shared her condolences on social media. This made Ariela's story known around the world. These famous friendships gave Ariela opportunities, but they also made her a target. The expensive car she drove, her designer clothes, and the fancy clubs she went to, all shown on Instagram, created a map for bad people to find her. Some people say that Ariela's connection to 6ix9ine might have created dangerous situations that followed her long after they became friends. The rapper's complicated history with gang members would become important in understanding why someone wanted Ariela dead. Do you think Ariela's friendship with 6ix9ine helped her career or put her in danger? Tell us what you think in the comments. In 2018, the same year Ariela started her Instagram account, something terrible happened to her that would create problems for years. Members of a gang called the 9 Trey Gangster Bloods kidnapped her by mistake. They thought she was one of Tekashi 6ix9ine's girlfriends. This gang was known for violence all over New York City. They had a complicated relationship with 6ix9ine. The rapper had worked with them before, but then he helped the police arrest them. This made people in hip-hop culture call him a snitch, which is very bad. On March 24th, he posted a video where he cut off his ankle monitor and said he was free. This was months after he got out of prison in December for breaking his parole rules connected to the 9 Trey Bloods case. His parole was made longer by 1 year. Ariela was kidnapped for hours. After they let her go, she had to make a big decision: stay quiet and safe or help the police and risk her life. She chose to be brave and help. In federal court, Ariela told everyone about her kidnapping during a trial against 9 Trey gang members. Her testimony, along with 6ix9ine's help, gave prosecutors what they needed to convict several gang members and send them to prison. This decision to speak against violent criminals in court made enemies who would remember and hate her. In gang culture, helping the police is one of the worst things you can do. While Ariela rebuilt her life and grew her online following, the people she testified against were angry and planning revenge from their prison cells. If you were in her situation, would you have testified knowing it might put you in danger later? Tell us in the comments. Was being brave worth the cost? For years, Ariela seemed to have moved past this scary time. Her growing fame, club work, and social media success made it look like she had escaped the consequences of her testimony. Her rise to social media fame, the same thing that brought her success, might have made it easier for people seeking revenge to find and target her. The public parts of her success, her posts about her new car, her presence at high-profile places, might have given her killers the information they needed to track her down. The life she built became a roadmap for her death. What seemed like a finished chapter in 2018 was just waiting for the right time to come back with deadly results. Police haven't said this officially because they're still investigating and haven't told the public much. But sources suggest they are looking at this connection as a possible reason for her murder. Saturday, August 16th, 2025 started like any normal work night for Ariela. She got to Icon, New York in Inwood around 9 p.m. She was wearing a beautiful outfit that she had shown on social media earlier that day. Security cameras showed her hugging regular customers and laughing as she worked behind the bar. While she was making drinks, she filmed short videos for her Instagram story. She danced with coworkers, showed the excited crowd, and promoted the club's weekend specials. At 11:43 p.m., she posted a video that said Saturday Vibes, showing her making a toast with friends. Her last public Instagram story was posted at 1:17 a.m. It was a boomerang video of Ariela blowing a kiss to the camera with the Icon New York logo behind her. She wrote, "Love my people" on the image. Her coworkers said nothing seemed wrong that night. She talked to several customers about her daughter's upcoming birthday party. She also talked about starting a YouTube channel to grow her social media. According to the club's manager, Ariela left Icon New York around 3:30 a.m. after helping to close the bar. Security cameras showed her walking to her car alone in the employee parking area. This normal night out, saved forever in digital pieces on her social media accounts, would be her last. Somewhere between leaving work and sunrise, Ariela met the person who would kill her. The 550,000 followers who woke up expecting new content from Ariela instead learned about her death through breaking news and lots of tribute posts online. At 7:52 a.m. on Sunday, August 17th, a police officer got a call about a broken-down car on the Cross County Parkway. The black Mercedes SUV had stopped on the side of the road near the Broad Street exit, right where the highway goes from Mount Vernon into Yonkers. The officer walked up and found Ariela behind the wheel. She wasn't responding. The ambulance workers said she was dead. What first looked like a medical emergency quickly became clear as murder. The driver's side window was broken. Multiple bullet holes were in the outside of the car. The expensive SUV that Ariela had proudly shown on social media had become a crime scene. Police closed the highway for hours, picking up bullet shells and figuring out where the bullets came from. The medical examiner later confirmed that multiple gunshot wounds caused her death. Where it happened suggested Ariela was driving home when she was attacked. The Cross County Parkway connects Manhattan to neighborhoods north of the city, a route she probably drove regularly. The physical evidence showed this was a professional hit, not random violence. How precise the attack was, with multiple shots focused on the driver's side, showed the shooter knew exactly who they were targeting. By Sunday afternoon, the Westchester County Police Department said that Ariela was likely targeted for violence, and that her death was not random. They told the public there was no continuing threat to the community, which was their way of saying this was a planned assassination. The bullet-filled luxury car, once a symbol of Ariela's success, became the final chapter in her story. It showed how quickly life can end, even when 500,000 people are watching. As of August 2025, no one has been arrested. Police aren't talking about possible suspects, but sources close to the investigation say they are following specific leads related to her past testimony. For Ariela's followers and family, not having answers only makes their sadness worse. The question remains, will her killer ever be caught, or will her murder become another unsolved case? By Monday morning, Ariela's Instagram account had become like a memorial. Her last post got thousands of comments, people expressing shock, sadness, and disbelief. Her followers felt like they had lost someone they really knew. Outside Opus Lounge in Harlem, hundreds of people came together for a vigil. They brought candles, flowers, and printed photos of Ariela to create a memorial. Jacilia Rodriguez, crying, told local reporters, "She was light, pure light. This world doesn't make sense without her." Icon New York closed for 4 days to honor her. Their Instagram post said, "Today we lost our shining star, Ariela LANGOSTA. We love you, and we will miss you forever." The Dominican community in New York organized prayer services across the city. At one gathering in Washington Heights, people wore white clothes, which symbolizes peace in Dominican tradition. Tekashi 699 INE's public sadness made the tragedy bigger news. His Instagram tribute, calling her the Queen of New York, brought international attention to her death. Music industry people who had never publicly said they knew Ariela shared memories and condolences. Other influencers made tribute videos sharing clips of Ariela's happiest moments. The hashtag Justice for Ariela became popular nationally as her story spread beyond just her followers. Her children stayed away from media attention, being cared for by family members who asked for privacy during their grief. For the nightlife community, her death was more than just losing one person. It showed how dangerous it can be when you're visible, how sharing your life online can create both opportunities and risks. As one club owner told the New York Post, "We're all just one wrong connection away from disaster." The murder case is still open, and police are keeping their information secret. No arrests have been made. The person or people who killed Ariela have not been identified. The exact moments before her death, the exact time of the shooting, whether she was driving or stopped, are only known by a few people. What kind of world do we live in where doing the right thing, where helping police with justice, costs you your life years later? I'd like to hear what you think about this tragedy. Who or what is responsible for this senseless death? Please share your thoughts respectfully in the comments below. Ariela Mejia Polano's story shows us the complicated reality of being famous today. Her journey from someone who moved from the Dominican Republic to a social media star with 500,000 followers was like a modern American dream. But her death shows us the dark side of being so visible. The investigation continues, but some things are clear. Ariela lived in different worlds: nightlife worker and loving mother, social media personality, and witness against dangerous criminals. These different parts of her life came together in a deadly way when her past caught up with her present. Her decision to testify in 2018 showed amazing courage. She chose justice over staying quiet, knowing it could be dangerous. In a culture where helping authorities can get you in serious trouble, she did it anyway. For years, it seemed like she had escaped the consequences, until that Sunday morning on the Cross County Parkway. The expensive SUV that was featured in her Instagram posts became where she died. The same visibility that built her career made her an easy target. Each location tag, each glimpse of her routine, each proud display of success created a map for whoever wanted to hurt her. For people who create content and try to get famous online, Ariela's tragedy is a warning about being vulnerable. The platforms that connect us to audiences also expose us to threats. The difference between sharing and sharing too much can sometimes be the difference between life and death. Ariela leaves behind 2 children, 500,000 followers, and many unanswered questions. Her memory lives on through memorial posts, tribute videos, and an educational fund created in her name. In death as in life, she remains a woman whose brightness attracted both love and danger. Her story reminds us that behind every social media personality is a real person dealing with real risks in a world where everything is public. We send our prayers and heartfelt condolences to the family of Ariela Mejia Palano and everyone affected by this senseless gun violence. We hope you find peace and comfort in the memories you shared. We hope you get the justice you deserve. If this heartbreaking story made you think, made you more aware, especially about what you share online, then don't let it be the last one you see. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, because the next story might be one you or someone you know needs to hear. Thank you for watching to the end, and see you in our next true crime story. Stay safe out there.